What's up YouTube, Saf here on SuperSaf TV, and welcome to the detailed speed test between the OnePlus 5 and the iPhone 7 Plus. So in the usual style, we'll be covering everything from the camera launch, fingerprint scanners, standard apps, games, and then finally finishing off with some RAM management tests. Now before we start, just to clarify that both devices have been updated to the latest software versions available, and if you want to pick up a skin for your phone, then definitely check out our sponsor for this video, Dbrand. They've got lots of different skins for lots of devices, including the iPhone 7 Plus and the OnePlus 5, and I'll be leaving a link to them in the description below. Now I usually start these tests with a benchmark score from Geekbench, but apparently OnePlus has been cheating a little bit on their benchmark scores by prioritizing the benchmark apps whenever they are run. So it's up to you if you want to give any attention to these, but here are the scores. The iPhone 7 Plus scoring higher on the single core, with the OnePlus 5 scoring higher on the multi-core. Now for camera launch on the OnePlus 5, you can double press the power button. On the iPhone 7 Plus, the quickest way is to raise the device and then swipe right. And having filmed these separately, you can see that the OnePlus 5 was definitely quicker. We can slow this down and you can see that it's quite a bit quicker compared to the iPhone 7 Plus, which does take some time. For the fingerprint scanners, I have done a dedicated fingerprint scanner speed test between these two, and I'll link that video in the cards and in the description. But long story short, the OnePlus 5 is faster overall, I found. Now let's kick off with the apps. So here's the list of apps that we'll be using, and you can see that we've got nothing else open in the background. We're going to be starting off with the calculator just to see if it stays open in the background. We'll do a simple equation, maybe, I don't know, 1 plus 5. Anyway, so we'll leave that there and let's move on to the browsers. So we'll be going on to the BBC News website, mainly because there are no adverts on that site, and we'll see which one of these loads it up first. And we do start seeing the content first on the OnePlus 5, but it's very, very close. I think it was just ever so slightly quicker on the OnePlus 5. Let's go into an article. And that did finish loading first fully on the iPhone 7 Plus. Moving on to Twitter, loaded up first on the OnePlus 5. Let's go on to the home button so we can refresh the feed here. And that was definitely quicker on the OnePlus 5, but we did have more of an animation on the iPhone 7 Plus. Moving on to the notifications, that was quicker on the iPhone 7 Plus. Now onto Instagram, that was quicker on the OnePlus 5. Let's go on to my profile. Quicker on the iPhone 7 Plus. Let's open an image. Quicker on the OnePlus 5. So it's very, very close so far. Opening up YouTube. We do have different content loaded up here. And what's funny is that I've popped up here for the OnePlus pop-up store event. But anyway, let's open this video from my buddy Zach on Jerry Rig Everything. And we start seeing some adverts. They're different adverts, so we can't take this test into consideration. So I tried a few different videos and all of them had adverts. And eventually I came to a video which didn't have adverts. And that was this trailer, The Greatest Showman. And that did load up faster on the OnePlus 5. So we'll leave this open in the background. Now let's move on to some games. So we'll start off with Angry Birds 2. And we do have this timer here, so we can see exactly how much of a difference there is between these two. And it was ever so slightly quicker on the OnePlus 5, very, very little in between them two. Now moving on to Temple Run 2. Quicker on the iPhone 7 Plus by about a second. So we'll play this game and leave it open, and let's move on to Subway Surfers. The load bar came up first on the OnePlus 5, but it finished first on the iPhone 7 Plus, I think once again by just about a second. Now moving on to Super Mario Run. This time it finished first on the OnePlus 5. Now let's tap to play the game. And this finished first on the iPhone 7 Plus. So it's very interesting, the results so far. Let's try Dead Trigger 2. The first screen does finish on the iPhone 7 Plus. Let's play the game. once again faster on the iPhone 7 Plus by roughly over 4 seconds. So we'll leave this game open in the background. Now let's move on to Asphalt 8. And that was pretty much neck and neck. I really didn't see much of a difference there. And we do have some of this claim information on here on the OnePlus 5, so I'll just skip all of that. I will leave these open in the background. Let's move on to the last game, which is Real Steel Robot Wars, and we'll see which one of these finishes first. Once again, it is the iPhone 7 Plus by a few seconds, and I will go into the game. And that also finishes around about a second before the OnePlus 5. So pretty much most of the games did finish first on the iPhone 7 Plus. So let's just go ahead and have a look at all of the apps and make sure they are all open. So Calculator is open. News article is also open in the browser. Twitter is in the same place. Instagram, same picture where we left it. YouTube. And we can play the video. Starts playing faster on the OnePlus 5. Angry Birds 2 in the same place. Temple Run 2, same place. We can resume the game if we like. Subway Surfers, same place. We can resume the game here as well. Super Mario Run, same place. Dead Trigger 2 in the same place. Asphalt 8 on the same intro screen. I know we had a bit of a hiccup there on the OnePlus 5, but that was because we had that reward claim. And the Real Steel Robot Wars is also in the same place. So guys, there we have it, the detailed speed test between the OnePlus 5 and the iPhone 7 Plus. Now the OnePlus 5 was faster for some of the general tasks such as the fingerprint unlock as well as the camera launch. The less intensive apps were a bit of a draw, with some going to the iPhone 7 Plus, some to the OnePlus 5. But when it came to the majority of games, the iPhone 7 Plus was quicker. So those are the results. Are they what you were expecting? Definitely drop me a comment below and let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. And if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe and switch on notifications. There's plenty more content coming up on here. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.